Hey guys, welcome to Learning Plan 3. I know you guys have had a crazy week, so have I. So anyway, on this seminar, guys, I don't want you to spend a whole lot of time on these little seminars. You can work independently on this one and just give me a brief overview of what we covered here. This is the overview to this week. It's important to address the business strategy game as a knowledgeable manager with skills in running a profitable and successful company. Basically, what this is saying, guys, is, don't treat it like a video game. I hope we got some gamers out there because I like to play my games too. It gets my mind off things. But we really want to take this serious. So make really good, smart decisions, and your scores will reflect that. Okay, for your learning activities, I want you to think about your cell phone provider, how the company has changed over the years. How has the company communicated changes? Does it seem like the company has a strategy for change and growth? You also need to read chapters 5 and 6 in Factory Physics for Managers, research the library, and read at least 2 articles from TQM, Lean, and Six Sigma, and things like that. Consider the following question, individual or among your team. What options for being a first mover does your company have, and do any of these first mover options hold competitive advantage potential? Again, you're learning to participate. You got to participate in your discussions. Guys, pay attention to the participation policy. I notice some of you are just one short of having a perfect score. And make sure they're on different days. I also want you to work on strategy and decisions for the years identified in the class schedule. Company co-managers will generally need to meet outside of the class to complete their decisions. View this seminar, of course, and complete the assessment. Again, just give me a quick overview. I don't want you guys to spend too much time on this. I want you to really focus on the simulation. LP3 assignment. So you're going to read Restoring Customer Service in a Fabrication and Assembly Plan. It's on page 325 in Factory Physics. In a 750-plus word research paper, you should discuss the challenges and lessons learned in industry, relate an example of challenge and lessons learned in the BSG simulation, and then in a properly labeled and explained figure, provide one illustration, chart, table, graph, etc., representing a process or concept. Okay, you want to format your paper according to NAU standards and the APA 6th edition. Okay, include at least 2 scholarly resources from your textbook. They all don't need to come from your textbook. Submit the assignment to the Dropbox, of course. And then I wanted to hit on these discussions a little bit. What are the 3 or 4 chief elements of your company's production strategy? As concerns number and location of plants, making plant upgrades, worker compensation, use of TQM, Six Sigma programs, use of overtime, and so on. Support your answer with research from scholarly sources. And then in discussion 3.2, is your company employing a global strategy in branded footwear or a strategy that varies significantly from geographic region to geographic region? If the latter, what are specific strategy differences from region to region? Support your answers with research from scholarly sources. So guys, remember on these discussions, make sure you have a scholarly source. And then I just want to touch on Six Sigma. It's a disciplined, data-driven approach and methodology for eliminating defects, driving towards 6 standard deviations between the mean and the nearest specification limit in any process, from manufacturing to transactional, from product to service. And here's a good website that you guys can take a look at. And then TQM, I wanted to touch on this just a second. Total quality management is a comprehensive and structured approach to organizational management that seeks to improve the quality of products and services through ongoing refinements in response to continuous feedback. And again, I put the link on here, guys, so you're welcome to take a look at it. And then I wanted to include a few things on planning. Planning premises are assumptions about likely shape of events in the future. They serve as basis of planning. Establishment of planning premises is concerned with determining whether one tends to deviate from the actual plans and the causes of such deviations. It's to find out what obstacles are in the way of business during the course of operations. Establishment of planning premises is concerned to take such steps that avoids these obstacles to a great extent. So they may be internal or external. Internal includes capital investment policy, management, labor relations, philosophy of management, etc., whereas external includes socioeconomic, political, and economical changes. Internal are controllable, whereas external are non-controllable. So just keep these things in mind, guys, when you're making decisions, looking at the future for your companies. And then the choices of alternative courses of action. When forecasts are available and premises are established, a number of alternative course of actions have to be considered. For this purpose, each and every alternative will be evaluated by weighing its pros and cons in the light of the resources available and requirements of the organization. The merits, demerits, as well as the consequences of each alternative must be examined before the choice is made. After objective and scientific evaluation, the best alternative is chosen. The planner should take help of various quantitative techniques to judge the stability of the alternative. So basically, when you're trying to make a decision, have a backup plan in case that decision, or you can foresee that decision might not be the right one. Always have an alternative course of action. And then, of course, you want follow-up and appraisal of plans. After choosing the course of action, it's put into action. After the selected plan is implemented, it's important to appraise its effectiveness. This is done on the basis of feedback or information received from departments or persons concerned. In your case, it will be your simulation scores. This enables management to correct deviations or modify the plan. This step establishes a link between planning and the controlling function. The follow-up must go side by side in the implementation of plans so that in the light of observations made, future plans can be made more realistic. So this is just some helpful little tips that you guys can look at when you're making decisions. In the summary, guys, work as a team. Team projects must be just that, team projects. Make sure you meet your simulation deadlines. Please check your emails daily. I've sent out a couple of emails with no response. So if you can do that for me, I'd appreciate it. And make sure you read discussion assignment requirements. Like I said, some of you have missed a perfect score on discussions by just one reply. So try to do that and be patient with the grading. I'm working on it as hard as I can, and I'll do those redos as well. But if you have any questions, please call me or send me an email. Thanks, guys.